Welcome. We'll be starting about another minute or so. All right, so good afternoon and welcome to the NJACAC's virtual college exploration for New Jersey students. My name is Abby and I'm the facilitator for this afternoon session. So before I hand the floor over to the panelists, I just wanted to go over some, just some housekeeping rules. So your camera and microphone are turned off, but you will be able to ask questions through the Q&A button. So feel free to do that during the presentation or if you want to wait till the end during the Q&A portion. And we also encourage you to sign up for more sessions. You could check out the schedule at www.njacac.org/virtualfair. And all the recordings for all the sessions will be available at www.njacac.org/virtualfair. So if you aren't able to make a session and you wanted to kind of hear a recording, those will be available on the website. And now, without any further ado, I'd like to hand the floor over to tonight's panelists.
Hey everybody, my name is Angelo Lambruscino. I'm the Assistant Director of Admissions at Caldwell University. Just give me a moment to share my slides. Great. So if you haven't heard of Caldwell before, we're Caldwell University. We're located in northern New Jersey. We're a small private university. We're also a Catholic university. We have about 2,200 undergraduate students, 15 average class size, and a 12-to-1 student-faculty ratio. Students from all over the world, 40 different countries, all call this place a home away from home. And even students in New Jersey and as close as Caldwell find new things about our university happening each day. Something nice to know is that Caldwell is actually voted one of the best places to live in New Jersey by New Jersey Magazine. And you have plenty of things to do within walking distance of the campus. So you have restaurants, shopping, movie theaters, whatever you could need. Additionally, in the northern New Jersey area, of course, we have the best malls, plenty of parks, hiking opportunities, museums, and MetLife Stadium, where a lot of big sports games happen, as well as other events. Something else that's big, New York City, the best city in the world, only 20 miles away, and we do have a bus at the edge of campus that'll take you there in about 45 minutes. Caldwell was recently named by U.S. News and World Report as a top 15 best value college in the Northeast. So we do our best to get you the most bang for your buck. We work with you personally throughout the process because we are a smaller school. You get to know your admissions counselor a lot better, and we're the ones who are going to advocate for you and help you get the most out of your college experience. We have a wide variety of programs. We're a liberal arts school, so we have majors in almost every area. You'll also be required to take some core classes so that you're well-rounded. So as far as some of our most popular programs, psychology, we offer a 3-year bachelor's and a 5-year master's degree in psychology, and you can go into master's degrees in mental health counseling, school counseling, applied behavior analysis with the Center for Autism Studies, and we also have art therapy, which is a double major in art and psychology. We also have a recently renovated art therapy center right here on campus. Additionally, we offer education, so we offer a 5-year master's in education. We offer business, 3-year bachelor's in business, 5-year MBA, with all different concentration areas. Our newest one being esport management. So it's actually the business of competitive video gaming. It's a billion-dollar booming industry right now. There's plenty of jobs out there. We're one of the few schools that has this as an actual major. In addition to that, we have nursing, which is one of our top programs. Our nursing program this year, as well as all of our programs, have gone test optional. So we do have a 3.0 minimum GPA for the nursing program that we're looking for, and we're also looking for a 3.0 in your math and science courses for nursing. Again, small class sizes helps you get to know everybody better, huge benefit to our school. And one more major that I wanted to point out would be health sciences. So with the health affiliation programs that you see here on the bottom right, we have a very unique program, a 7-year medical school program with Rutgers University. So you can get accepted to medical school from high school. It's an extremely, extremely competitive program That program is also test optional, and we do require a 3.75 minimum GPA to be considered. Of course, we want you to far exceed the minimum, and you will need a big resume with lots of different experiences, such as research, shadowing experiences with healthcare professionals, or hospital volunteer, or anything related to healthcare. Outcomes matter. So like I said, you get to know everybody pretty easily at Caldwell. With that being said, you're going to be in a really great network that's going to lead to plenty of opportunities after graduation. You're not going to be sitting on your parents' couch, wondering, hey, when are jobs going to pop up? Our students have more than one thing to choose from. And in fact, 98% of our graduates have jobs, grad school, or a service program after leaving Caldwell. Just wanted to highlight a couple of our recent alumni. So we have Jessica there on the left. Pretty exciting. She actually decided to summit Mount Kilimanjaro on her winter break, and she brought the Caldwell flag with her. So I thought that was pretty awesome. We have Justin Cece here, who's a 3-time Emmy Award winner. Not only did he thank us in his Emmy speech, he actually gave us the physical Emmy as a token of his appreciation. He said he couldn't have done it without us. And then we have Courtney on the right, who was a nursing graduate who actually saved a life on a plane. Someone was having a heart attack. She jumped in there, performed CPR, and saved a life on a plane with limited supplies and made national headlines for that. So we're really proud of all of our graduates, but I just wanted to highlight these 3 in particular. Just because we're a small school doesn't mean you can't get those big opportunities. So we have a wide range of partners that we work with for internship opportunities, job opportunities. You may recognize some or all of the names on this list. And again, being close to New York City, being in the tri-state area has plenty of different prospects for our students. Businesses in the areas locally and also nationally and even internationally know the Caldwell name and know that a student who has a Caldwell education is going to bring something really unique with them. As far as personalized support, I mentioned we have a 15 average class size, 12-to-1 student faculty ratio. So with that, you're going to get not only professional tutors with you, you have your access to your professors pretty much anytime you need. You can even text a professor. I did my master's at Caldwell, and I love that I could text my professor at 11:55, ask for a deadline extension. And not only do they give me an extra day to do that paper, they give me an extra week to do that paper. And they're really understanding and flexible for anything that could be happening in your life. Because professors get to know you a lot better, they're personally invested in your education, and they want to see you succeed because your success is our success. As far as advisement too, you're going to have access, to online resources as well as in-person resources. You can actually apply to be a student tutor. You just need a B+ in a class and professor recommendation, and that is a paid job. We have plenty of opportunities for study abroad programs. So if you wanted to study abroad for a semester, for a year, for winter or summer, we have all those options available. However, because we're a small school, we can only go up to so many places every year. So while we don't offer everything all the time, some of the more popular programs are like our Rome study abroad experience. And our art therapy students actually went to Austria, which is the birthplace of art therapy, for study abroad. Additionally, we have accessibility services for our students for anything temporary, permanent, mental, or physical. If you twist an ankle, you need a ride to class from the parking lot, we got your back. And then I didn't mention career planning. Of course, we have the best people here that will do mock interviews with you, resume reviews, and again, super, super personalized. As far as our residence halls, if you want to live on campus, we have about 50% of our students living on campus, 50% commute. We have 3 different residence hall styles. So we have Mother Joseph, which is a traditional double where most freshmen live. So you and a roommate share a hallway and a hallway bathroom with other students. It's cleaned regularly. We have Dominican Hall, which is for upperclassmen. It's an apartment suite. It has a living room. It has a couch. It has a kitchen in there. You can have private individual bedrooms as well as private bathrooms. And then we have Rosary Hall, which is for students who are interested in really focusing on their studies. There's designated quiet hours, so you could really, again, focus on your studying there. Why would you want to live on campus? Well, something that not a lot of schools offer is free parking. So students don't only have to wait until they're a junior or senior. You can have a car as a freshman. It's also free. So some schools will charge you maybe $500 a semester to do this. Some schools you'll have to wait. At Caldwell, from day one, you have free parking and freshmen can have parking. There's plenty of parking across our campus. We have a big circle parking lot. Even for commuters, like parking is super accessible. Not even a 5-minute walk to your classes. If you live in the residence halls, you can park right next to the entrance to our building. Especially in the winter and stuff like that, it's way more convenient to be able to get to where you gotta go, and you're never gonna run late. We also have free laundry. Those quarters do add up. So you don't have to worry about that. And community engagement and events, of course, because we're in such a strong tight-knit community. Everybody knows everybody here, so it's super safe. It's easy to get involved. It's easy to make friends on campus because you just run into many of those familiar faces, helping hands, and we're a community that cares. So it's really easy to get connected at our school. Furthermore, on community, we have different Greek life opportunities, fraternities, sororities, professional organizations, academic organizations and clubs. So we have a wide range of activities that you can join. We have over 30 clubs and organizations, and that list is growing. What's nice about Caldwell is that you can actually start your own club at Caldwell. You only need 4 people to start a club, and we're really great at working with you, our staff members, to get your club together and going within the year that you propose it. So some schools you might have a longer petition process at a larger school, but at Caldwell, everything happens a little bit more naturally, and people are, again, personally invested in helping you, get what you need out of your college experience. We represent students from over 42 countries, which is about 7% of our population being international. It's a home away from home for many students. We're named recently a Hispanic Serving Institution, so about 27% of our students are Hispanic, and we have 68% of our incoming freshmen identifying as students of color. So again, not only are we diverse, but we're very inclusive, very welcoming. People are really there to, come together as Cougars. We are the Caldwell Cougars, and we call everybody our Cougar fam. As far as community service, if you want to get involved with community service, we have a day that's actually called Service Day. So one day a year where we actually cancel all of our classes for that day and encourage students to participate in community service. Some different opportunities, such as the Midnight Run, where we bring food to homeless people in New York City, and a really popular one, Belize. So we actually go to Belize every year for about 2 weeks. Students in those pictures there, building houses, working with children and families, and I've been told that's a really life-changing experience. We fundraise a lot of the money for that trip to be able to send more of our students each year. I mentioned that we're the Caldwell Cougars, and we are fierce. So we have 16 NCAA Division II teams. Some of the more competitive teams would probably be women's softball. We're actually consistently top 10 in the country for D2 softball. And men's basketball, we were actually invited to go play Notre Dame a couple of years ago, right? Notre Dame, kind of a big deal. And we're proud to say that we were ahead of them for a full 5 minutes before we got our butts kicked. But, against Notre Dame, one of the best teams in the country, I'd say that's pretty good. And the fact that we even got invited was really awesome. So all of our programs are really, doing some great things. Something you might not have heard of before, sprint football. So sprint football isn't NCAA. It's its own league. It's in this Intercollegiate Sprint Football League. Sprint football is all the same rules as football, but lighter, guys. So you have to be under 190 pounds. It's full tackle football. Some of the different teams in our league, UPenn, Cornell, Army, Navy, Caldwell. So again, some really competitive teams we're playing, and we do actually still recruit for sprint football. As far as our other NCAA sports, we do recruit because we're Division II. We can offer scholarship money, and that's at the discretion of the coach. And we typically recruit sophomore and junior year for most of our sports, and there are open tryouts if you're interested. Esports. So I mentioned that we got a new major last year in esport management. But we've always had an esport team on campus. It started as just a group of students who were interested in playing League of Legends together. And it eventually grew into a pretty big club. And now we're actually a competitive team in not only League of Legends, but also Overwatch and Rocket League. We just built a brand new state-of-the-art gaming arena that has the best computers. We upgraded our network to have faster internet speeds, and it just looks really awesome. So if you want to follow us on Twitch, check us out there to see some of our students playing esports. And if you wanted to join the esports team, we also offer scholarships for esports if you wanted to be involved with that. And of course, there's a casual club if you're not at that super competitive level. As far as financial aid, plenty of opportunities there as well. Typically for scholarship, we're looking for a 3.0 GPA. We do recalculate your GPA based on English, math, science, social studies, and foreign language classes only. If you're looking to think about applying, you do have the option to be test optional, like we mentioned. So if you do want to apply test optional, that's up to you. As far as recognition award, I would highly recommend that you send in a resume with your application. You can list different things like community service, part-time job, honors, awards, club sports, different things like that. And I love this because that helps us get to know you guys better. So if I see that you're highly involved and maybe you're borderline for a scholarship, I'll do everything in my power to push, because I know that you're the type of person who's a leader, who really is a go-getter, and I'll do everything in my power to help you and your family get what you need to be able to afford Caldwell. As far as talent scholarships, we do have art scholarships, music scholarships, and athletic scholarships that I just mentioned. For the art scholarships, you do have to send in a portfolio. The great thing about art and music scholarships is that you don't have to be an art or music major to be able to get them. For the art scholarship, you have to send in a portfolio of at least 10 different works that you created. Try to send it in a digital format via PowerPoint, and list maybe like the title, the dimensions, the medium used, different things like that. That would help us understand the work a little bit more. And then as far as music, music tryouts typically take place in February or in March, I believe. So you could do those tryouts virtually if you wanted via Zoom, or you could come in person for a tryout for music. And we do have vocal performance. We also have a marching band on campus. We're actually one of only 3 marching bands in the state of New Jersey, besides Princeton and Rutgers. And there are scholarships for marching band available. We also have color guard as well as marching band. So this is what everybody's always worried about, the price, right? So because we're a private schools typically have higher tuition. However, we also offer higher aid than public schools. So you can see here our price for a commuter sticker price is $36,900, and our resident price is $49,660. However, keep in mind that that's a sticker price. We do offer tons of financial aid. We have over 98% of our full-time undergraduate students receiving some form of financial aid, and we are flexible with that. So like I mentioned before, if you're kind of a borderline student for a scholarship, think of different things that you can pull together to show us that, like, you know, you need more or you deserve more. And that's just based on your achievements, right? Merit, different things you were involved with. The other piece of that is need-based financial aid through FAFSA. So everyone should be filling out the FAFSA. You can fill out the FAFSA as early as October 1st of your senior year. So if you're a senior right now, get on it. And you can list up to 10 different schools on there. I just wanted to give you some definitions in case you weren't familiar. Grants and scholarships. If you receive grants and scholarships in your financial aid award letter, those are gifted and those do not need to be repaid. If you are eligible for loans, loans are money that you can borrow, you or your parent can borrow, and those do need to be repaid. And then we have work study, which is awarded through financial aid. So work study is actually the ability to work an on-campus job, but you get money from the government in order to do that. So that translates into a bi-weekly paycheck. That job is not guaranteed on campus, so you do still have to apply for that work study job if you do receive work study. So what are we looking for? As far as SAT or ACT, again, we are test optional. Our average SAT score is probably around an 1100 SAT, and ACT probably around a 20 or 21 if you took those exams. If you didn't take those exams, no worries. Our average GPA is about a 3.3. As far as recommendation letters, yes, you should send in recommendation letters. The more that you send us, the better it helps us. But don't send like 6 recommendation letters. I think 3 is a great number. Try to get them from different people, like a school counselor, a teacher, an advisor, a coach, just so we get different ideas of who you are, you know, outside of your school and in your community. When looking at the transcripts, we do look at every single year, and we know this year with COVID, everything was pretty crazy. So, you know, we are understandable, we are flexible, and you know, just because you had a bad year at one point during your 4 years in high school doesn't mean that you automatically are just not getting into our school. So we do look at, you know, a little bit deeper into your application than just your numbers. And then as far as your personal statement, this is my favorite part of the application. This is where you should really do your best in trying to, you know, be yourself, put yourself out there, because we do at Caldwell, because we're a small school, read each and every essay that is sent to us. And I, you know, totally all the time call a student to follow up and say, hey, you know, I really loved your essay. I really loved what you had to say there. You know, keep telling me a little bit more about this, or because you told me your story in your essay, I can understand sometimes a little bit better your academic background or your extracurricular background. So definitely take the time to work on that essay, and definitely show different people your essay. Get it proofread by different teachers, your counselor, parents, friends, different things like that. So as far as our numbers again, you know, we talked about our averages, they're up there. We are rolling admissions, so you can apply to us anytime between September and May of your senior year. You can apply via Common App or Caldwell app. We're flexible with that. Doesn't matter which one you send in. And then as far as what we're looking for, I mentioned the essay is super important, but let's say you're not the best writer and you wanted to set up a personal interview with us, or if you want to send me a video or something like that. I got a mixtape once and yeah, it was fire. So whatever you do and whatever can show us how talented you are, we'd love to see it. And then at least 2 letters of recommendation, but maybe send in 3 letters of recommendation. just to summarize a couple things that are new at Caldwell. So we actually have a new major, BS in psychology, in addition to our BA in psychology. So what that means is you can focus now in different areas like neuroscience, pre-med with your psychology. We also have pre-pharmacy as a health affiliation program. So if you're looking to go into pharmacy after undergrad, you can take health science courses in order to prepare for that in a graduate degree. We have our esports competitive team, and we also have our esports major in the business school. We're test optional now. We have a new fitness center, which was recently renovated. So if you're looking to work out, we got that going on. We actually have a new chapel on campus as well as a new art gallery. You don't hear of those two things very often, but again, because the art community is super strong, and that's really a big part of what we do. We want to make sure that our campus is always, helping out our students. And then we have our Cafe 39, which was recently renovated. They have Starbucks coffee. So if you're a Starbucks head, I don't know what they call Starbucks people, but we have Starbucks coffee right on our campus. And if you're a Dunkin' person, we have Dunkin' right off campus, as well as some great local coffee places right down the street. And last but not least, we have our new president, Dr. Whalen, at Caldwell University. So you've heard what I had to say. But that's not it, right? So we want everyone to really continue the conversation, keep in touch, and follow us, especially this year with COVID and everything. We might not get the chance to visit your school in person this year. So definitely try to keep in touch with our virtual visits, go to your counseling office to hear a little bit more about us. And the last thing I want to tell you guys to do is follow us on Caldwell Admissions Instagram. Why? Because we actually gave out scholarships last year. We gave out 8 $1,000 scholarships. Each week we gave out a $1,000 scholarship for different things like, hey, show me a picture of your dog wearing a Caldwell t-shirt or something, or show me the coolest meal you can make right now. So we want to keep in touch with you guys. We want you to follow us on social media. If you're listening right now, definitely check out our social media at 4 o'clock. We're having Amber, one of our admissions counselors, on the Instagram Live today at 4 o'clock. So in about 45 minutes, if you want to check that out, go do that. And if you want to get to know students, like you see a student doing a highlight on our Instagram, let us know. Send us a DM, and we'd be happy to connect you with that student via email to ask them a couple more questions. Or if there's a club that you're interested in, we'd be happy to connect you with that club or a professor from the major that you're interested in. That's all I've got for today. Definitely put my number in your phone if you're from my territory, or if you just have any questions at all. I actually cover the areas of Bergen, Mercer, Monmouth, Atlantic, and Ocean counties, as well as Connecticut, Rhode Island, and Massachusetts. And we hope to keep in touch with you guys. I'm going to see if there's any questions in the chat. So a popular question that a lot of students have is, because you're a Catholic school, does that mean I have to take certain Catholic classes? Yes and no. So we only have 2 classes that you have to take. One is a general theology course, and the other is a philosophy course. So again, we're a liberal arts school, so that means you're going to have to get experiences all around to help you get jobs. And students in liberal arts get jobs because they're well-rounded, because they can flex, adapt, they got those critical thinking skills. And a lot of employers right now want people that can do it all, and that's what a Caldwell student brings to the table. If you're interested in getting your fee waived, you can actually just text me or email me. I'd be more than happy to waive your application fee for coming to see us today in this presentation. And I believe that's all the questions we have for today. So I do really appreciate your time. Keep in touch with us and follow us at Caldwell_admissions. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that presentation. You did a great job. Thank you for explaining Caldwell University and sharing what you have to offer with us. So thank you to all the attendees for coming. Thank you for joining us. So after you close out this window, there is a very short 4-question survey that will appear, and we do encourage you to take that survey. And again, like I mentioned at the beginning, you could sign up for more sessions at www.njacac.org/virtual-fairs. And also the recordings will also be available for each session. So thank you all once again for joining us, and thank you so much for the presentation. Enjoy the rest of your day.